Alrighty, for those who got to listen in and tune in, you know, this is 90.7 FM Kpfk, Aziatik Rhythmz, Dank Radio, Radio Bomb,
Dank
collaboration of Dank Bomb in effect. And if you have been listening like you're supposed to, you got a funkin' lesson and blessing from the one and only Eastside.
Clap it up.
Yeah. Indeed.
Bravo.
Yo, before I even get into it, man, I was thinking about this earlier, real quick. You know, locally, I'll say locally, and even though he's not completely, truly local, but you know, as many times you done been Cali, New York, Miami, like stateside, him, my man Hazen, and Scuba, three of the very best ambassadors for drum and bass, jungle drum and bass that I've ever met, you know what I'm saying? Want a big shout out to Jumpin' Jack Frost and Bailey as well. But indeed, those three, Scuba, Hazen, who's a Kpfk member if you didn't know, and the one and only A-Sides. If you ever want to learn about drum and bass or get into the culture of it, those three will take you the way you need to be taken, and you will love it like I do. I stepped in, I ain't stepped out yet. You know, word is born, you know what I'm saying? A-Sides, what's up, man?
How you doing?
Yo, man.
Let me just say something quickly.
Go ahead.
Right? This guy here is the #1 photographer in drum and bass.
Oh, man.
Cyclops of LA. Cyclops of LA.
Just to set the record straight.
Yo, you know what I'm saying? No doubt. A-Sides, tell us a story. Why drum and bass, man? Why drum and bass?
I guess I came from a hip-hop background. And I just progressed from there.
Yeah.
It went from hip-hop into like hip house with Frankie Bones and all those guys from New York, and I just followed on that path. Like back in the days, we were making happy hardcore, and then it went into like the jungle stuff, and then progressed into drum and bass, and just stemmed off in many areas.
Yeah, man. I mean, like you said, from hip hop on up, I mean, a lot of heads maybe don't even recognize that connection, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How would you get them to get into that, to figure it out? I mean, because the way you broke it down, like you said, it was hip hop, and if you recognize the hip hop breaks and the breaks used into anything post hip hop, like you said, acid and hardcore and on and up into jungle, you should be able to really hear. I mean, you hear that Amen break in the back right now. I mean, you'd have heard that in songs by Tupac and NWA and Public Enemy, all left and right. So if you know those groups, you should know that break pretty good. And on up the way, you know, you hear that's jungle.
Yeah,
and
it's the holy grail.
It's the holy grail. I mean, it's the way. I mean, there's a YouTube online that's like 8 million
documentary
hits.
of the
Yeah, there you go. We all, you know it. I know it.
Yeah,
the heads that know what's up know that one, and I can still listen to it 1,000,000 times and be about it. So what I want to know is, give us a little quick story about your way to connecting to your crew with Randall and them, man.
Basically, back in the day, the way I met Randall and those guys is I was actually making some hip hop beats, and a guy that lived next door to me, him and his cousins had a little crew, and they were all rappers, yeah.
Yeah.
So I bought myself a sampler, and I was the only one that was capable of making a loop. So I played him some of my stuff, and he liked it. And then it was through him that we went into the studio and we recorded some stuff, some real basic stuff back in the day. And he hooked me up with these guys from the Underground Records. Well, this was before it was the Underground Records. It was Real to Real. And then they had Real to Real, and then from that stemmed the Underground and IE Records and all of those labels.
Wow,
when I first went up there, I didn't know Randall or any of those guys. Like I actually, when I hooked up with the guys from Real to Real, I remember one time they took us away to do this gig in the south of France, and I remember Frost and Brian were there. And this was years and years and years ago. I have a funny story about that.
Oh, yo.
If you want to hear it.
We do want to hear it. I want to request from Dank Radio, can we get a few more minutes after the carts to get into this, to finish this interview. This
we'll do that.
is very, very special situation for me and for us in here. And I like to let A-Sides let us know some good information and stories about something really good.
My first experience with Brian G.
Hold on a second. Let's get into some carts.
We'll be back. We'll be
right back. Just stay tuned, you guys. You know what I'm saying? Dank Radio, Radio Bomb, Aziatik Rhythmz, 90.7 FM, Kpfk.
Dank Radio.
Yo, all right, you guys. We're on a clock right here, but we definitely want to get a couple of quick questions out. You know, real quick. I don't know if we're going to be able to finish the story that my man A-Side is about to start into, because that sounds like it would be a trip that we may not be able to get to the end of.
The clock is ticking.
Yeah, by the time the sun comes up. But give us what's your relationship with Fats, man? MC Fats.
MC Fats, okay. I've been working with Fats for about 15 years. First time I had an experience with him was when I was working with Cool Hand Flex, who was another one of the underground crew. Mm-hmm. And I was working on a tune in Suburban Bass Studios, which I was working on with Mike James, who was one of the engineers at Suburban Bass. Mm-hmm. And we had a tune and we wanted a vocal on it. So we actually called Fats. And I'd never met him at the time, but I knew who he was. And he sung the vocal over the phone, and we recorded it through the phone and put it in the tune.
Oh man, how long ago was that?
That was about 98.
98, man.
98.
Want to give a big shout out to Fats. He's went back and forth through some mending and such, but
Fats is on a good path. He's coming back with aggression.
And definitely, I want to give a shout out to Respect Drum and Bass. They brought him and A-Sides recently, and I was very happy to have caught witness of that magic that goes on between these two. You know what I'm saying? It's a definite thing.
Play a lot of jokes too.
Yo, give us some rundown. Something's going new with you and your contact info, man.
Me with my contact info.
Yes.
Something new with what I'm doing? Or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Fats album is the thing.
Fats album.
For those that don't know, Fats has been sick, and I'm working on a big album project with him. Has about 35 artists on it. Every single name in drum and bass, pretty much. The album's going to be hopefully released in the next 3 or 4 months after I finish chasing everyone up. But I'll tell you who's involved: Break and Die, D-Bridge, Spire, Caliber, Need for Mirrors. There's just a ridiculous amount of people. Random Movement.
Yo, real quick, shout out Fats. A couple of my favorites between A-Side and Fats is Temperatures Rising and Tear Down. Those two of my favorites right there.
Temperatures Rising's got a Command Strange remix.
Oh man. Anyway, yo, give us some contact info. We're running out of time.
Where can the people reach you?
You can reach me. The best way to track me down is on my Facebook page.
Yeah.
I have a music page under DJ A-Sides, or you can tweet me on DJ A-Sides.
Yes.
If you really want to email me, djasides@gmail.com.
Man, you guys don't understand how I could sit here, really literally for like 2 or 3 hours and pick this man's brain, and I'm trying to mash it up to a couple minutes, but
next time you're in LA,
next time I come back,
you're coming through.
Yes, we're gonna have to set up 2 weeks worth, you know what I'm saying?
We'll do.
Yo, straight up, thank you, A-Sides.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Clap it up, guys. Clap it up.
Big
magnificent set that went on, and you should have been blessed by it, you know what I'm saying? Yes.
Radio.
Only on Dank Radio, Aziatik Rhythmz, Radio Bomb. Thank you, A-Sides, for coming through. Dank Bomb. Right now, we got coming up a special mix from Eats Everything. It's a live set he did at a Smart Bar in Chicago. Big ups, Infamous PR and Bryce and the whole team for shooting that over. Full track listing, as much as I could figure out, because it is a live set, and you know how some DJs be exclusive about it. Yep. That's going to be going on dankradio.org. We're here till 6 a.m. in the morning. Don't go anywhere. If you like what you hear, give us a ring. 818-985-5735, 818-985-KPFK, and hit up Radio Bomb at radiobombfm.com. dankradio.org. And sit back, relax, and enjoy.
The collabos are epic every time, man.
Always. Thank you again, sir, for coming through. We're going to have you back.
No problem.
All right, Dank Radio, Aziatik Rhythmz, Radio Bomb, KPFK. Enjoy.